you in hell. Everybody move out the way. Oh, baby, you going home.
Do you want to learn the Iverson crossover? Namaskar Amachas. Welcome to Cool Sauce's Streetball session, where we break down moves from a different point of view. Now, you might be having this doubt. I'm putting the ball right in front of the defender. What if they steal it? No, they won't. Not if you set it up like a pro. First of all, you shouldn't do it so close to the defender that they can steal the ball.
Nice.
You shouldn't do it so far away also that they won't fall for the fake. The correct spacing is about 1 arm's distance.
My God, I feel great.
Second of all, don't do this on a stationary defender who's in good defensive position.
Oh no.
The Iverson cross works best when you're on the move. You know, like when you're clearing area, or you're coming off a screen, or if they're closing out to you on the 3-point line, or in half-speed transition. They must think you're actually going to drive. And let's be honest, no one drives straight away on a set defender. Okay, they drive, but not in the way we are going to fake in the Iverson crossover. That's more of a physical contact type drive. But defenders aren't going to be moving all the time, right? Sometimes you have to attack a stationary defender. What to do then? You have to get the defender moving first. You can do this with jab steps, or use some smaller setup moves before the big fake. That's how Iverson did it most times, including when he crossed up Michael Jordan. Basically, remember one thing. If the defender does not shift when you give the fake, don't do the crossover. Now that we don't need to worry about the defender stealing the ball so much, let's learn how to do the Iverson crossover. It's all about misdirection, change of rhythm, and timing. So first things first, whatever setup you're coming from, you got to pound the ball. Because you'll need that force to float the ball for everything that's going to come next. You want to hang the ball at about hip height. Not like this, but with your hand behind the ball. Slow down and rise up slightly. This is going to set up the toughest, most important part of the Iverson crossover, which is the fake. You push the ball out aggressively as if you're going to drive in. Focus, Mardi, because there are a lot of important details here. As you're pushing the ball out, you want to step with the same side foot and shift your weight. Now, what does shift your weight mean? How do you even do that? Listen carefully. You're going to turn your hips, drop your knee and drop your shoulder as you're stepping out. This will shift your center of gravity to the side and downwards. It is the key to selling the fake drive. If this feels a little weird at first, you can practice this without the ball or by carrying the ball. Go slow and steady, get the feel for it. And once you're comfortable, do it fast. It also helps to use your eyes. And no, this doesn't mean look sideways. It means look where you'd look if you're going to drive, which is slightly past the defender at a 45 degrees angle. Looking sideways will make it obvious that you're faking and not driving. Now coming to the ball control, I have a pro tip for you here also. Use the palm of your hand to push the ball out. I know this goes completely opposite of what a lot of coaches will say, which is use only your fingers to dribble. But this move is an exception. Since you're pushing the ball away from you, what I've found works best is to use your palm. Do all of this properly and your defender will have to jump back to cut off that drive. This is when you finish them. Pull the ball back into a crossover as you shift your weight back and get ready to drive. This part you do with your fingers. Do this quickly and keep it low. Pro tip, if the defender tries holding you back, just swipe their arm away and get some momentum to go forward. Key to making this move work is to go from slow to really fast, to go from slightly high to down low. This is how you catch defenders off guard and make sure they don't steal the ball.
Who knows, you might even get that ankle breaker. Okay, so you got the defender a few times with the Iverson cross. Now they're ready, waiting to steal the ball. You will need these killer counters to keep them guessing every single time. The most simple is to skip the crossover completely. If they're waiting to steal the ball as you fake the drive, just drive. They're giving you the space, right?
Or another simple thing you could do is this.
Tap the ball back quickly before the defender can get to it. From there you can either drive in or go into another Iverson cross. This is exactly what Iverson did to cross up Michael Jordan. Basically, there are limitless options from this. And when you're practicing this move, learn to do it going both ways, right to left and left to right. If the defender is waiting on one side, you can always surprise them with a crossover going the other direction. Alright, your defender has had enough of getting beat by the Iverson cross. As you go into the setup, they just drop back. What to do now? The simplest thing to do is as they drop back, just pull up into a jump shot. You have the space, right? And if there isn't enough space for that, you can always do a step back.
Or you can go into another crossover like Kevin Durant does.
Somewhere along the way, you'll get the space to drive or shoot your shot. Many people, including NBA players, end up doing a carry while they do this push out and pull back. You'll want to avoid that, so make sure your hand doesn't go under the ball but stays on the side as you do this. Or if you're feeling lucky and you think you can get away with a carry, go ahead. Let's be honest, it makes the Iverson cross much more effective. I'll also have a video on how to get away with carries.
Check this out. Subscribe and turn on all notifications because we've got more amazing street ball videos coming for you.